Hi guys, welcome back to the Upside Down Art Studio. I miss you guys. For the next month of May, I have a packet for you to pick up either at school if you want to, or you can get it on my website, on our class school website. And you can download this packet or you can just print it out if you want. And this has got 3 different lessons for you to do in May. The first one is the incredible insects, and we've already done that one in our last video, so you can check that one out. And then today we're going to do a really fun lesson called O.M.M Mona, and we're going to be talking about Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. And in the packet, if you can print it out at home if you want to download it, or you can just find an image of Mona Lisa on the internet that you can print out, but you're going to want to print it out full size. It doesn't have to be in color. You don't have to print it out. You could just draw the whole thing yourself. We're going to be doing a parody of Mona Lisa, and I'll show you what that means. But if you want to get this printed out, or if you want to pick it up with your packet at school when you pick up your paper packets, if that's what you do, you can ask for this to be included in your paper packet so that you have it. It'll be in black and white, but that doesn't matter. And then there's also a junk bot lesson, and that's going to be coming up next week. That'll be a 2-week lesson. So you can do these in any order you want. You don't have to do them in this order. And there's the other lessons that we have on the website as well, or not the website, on our YouTube channel as well, that you can do. You don't just have to do these ones. We have lots of things for you to choose from, but I wanted to let you know that the packet is available because today you are going to want the Mona Lisa to get started. So I'm going to get the kids in here. You're going to need your Mona Lisa, and you're going to need your paper, scissors, glue, pencil, and something to color with, and we'll get started. All right? All right, so I got the kids. You want to say hi?
Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello.
All right, so we have got our printout of Mona Lisa here, and if you were able to get one or to print one out, that's great. If you don't, that's okay. You'll just have to draw some of the things that we're going to actually cut out of here. But Oh My Mona, so this is, instead of O-M-G, this is Oh My Mona. And the Mona Lisa is this wonderful, beautiful lady here. And this is a famous painting by the artist Leonardo da Vinci. He lived in a time called the Renaissance. And he was not only an artist, but he was an artist, he was an inventor, he was a mathematician, he was a scientist. And Mona Lisa, this is also called the portrait of Lisa Gherardini. She was the wife of a prominent man who had her picture painted. Probably the world's most famous painting. Most people have seen this somewhere, maybe in a commercial. There's been a lot of what we call parodies. Jonah, do you know what a parody is? I bet you know what a parody is.
It's kind of like taking inspiration from something and then kind of making it seem similar, but it's not.
That's a great explanation of it, right? So we're going to do a parody of Mona Lisa where we're going to use her as our starting point, but we're going to put her in a different setting. So this was painted sometime between 1503 and 1519. So this is 2020. So we're talking 500 years ago when Leonardo was living in Florence, Italy. This is now in a Paris called the Louvre in Paris, France. It's really known for her kind of mysterious smile. You kind of wonder what she's smiling about. Her eyes kind of seem to follow you wherever you go in the room. It's been described as the best known, most visited, most written about, most sung about, most parodied work of art in the world.
And so expensive.
Yeah, it's actually a tiny little painting like I said, in France, and they've even got like electronic, it's like behind glass because somebody had vandalized it at one point. You can't, there's alarms around it. You can't get too close to it. But I'm gonna show you some examples in just a second here of some students' artwork.
What device?
Device? Electronic devices like alarms and things, like lasers and alarms. Vandalized means that somebody, like, I think they threw acid or something on it. There's books written about Leonardo da Vinci. There's books written about just the Mona Lisa, and some people think there's like secret Illuminati messages and codes in here. So it's very, very interesting if you get into that kind of conspiracy theory thing.
That dwarf path means that we're gonna die.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of change her up a little bit. So right now we're gonna insert some student artwork here for you guys to look at to get some inspiration, and then I'll show you how to get started. Cool examples, and they are also in your packet. So if you go to my website, our school website, and you find these, you'll see these are there for you to look at as well. All right, so I really enjoy the Visco Girl Mona Lisa and the Naruto Mona Lisa and the Ninja Turtle, and I love the one with Da Vinci with his him taking his mask off. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like Leonardo da Vinci was under there. He was wearing the Mona Lisa mask. So these were some really good examples that were in our art show earlier this year. So now what you're going to do is, if you've got the printout of Mona Lisa, my kids are going to follow along with me here, is we are going to cut out her face and her hands, because those are some things that are really
hard to draw.
They are a little bit difficult to draw, and this is a creativity lesson, and they're also really signature for Mona Lisa. And so we're going to cut those out, and then we're going to add all the other stuff. So we want this to be true Mona Lisa here.
Hey, Mom.
But we're going to put her in a different, you could put her in a different time period. So instead of the 1500s and the Renaissance, she could be in the totally 80s. She could be a total grunge Mona Lisa from the 90s. She could be a disco Mona Lisa from the 70s. She could be a current day Visco girl.
I'm gonna do like a future.
Ooh, yeah, future one would be really cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a cowgirl.
You could do a
You
could do a pandemic Mona Lisa and put a mask on her. So this is where you get to be creative, and this is all your own. So we're gonna speed up cutting this out, but I want you to take your time. All right, so now that I've got those cut out, I want to make sure that I get them the right distance apart. So you can kind of put this back down on your paper so that her head's here, and put this kind of back together like a puzzle, like that. And then you know you've got her head and her hands in the right distance, okay? So then I can take this, I'm going to actually just go ahead and glue her head down. So
my head is
I'm going to use a glue stick.
Should I?
Or just regular glue is fine too.
Is this good, Mom?
So I'm going to glue her head.
Is this
Let's see, bud. Yeah, that should be good.
Like right below her head.
And then I'm going to
like
move
right
this out of the way.
Like right here.
Well, let's put this in and see if it's all lined up like a puzzle, so that you know you got them in the right spot. And then I know these are going to go right here.
Okay, and you put it right there.
Okay.
Okay, I got it where it's supposed to be.
And so she's just a floating headed hands there. And now we're going to start to fill it in.
Yeah,
and
I got it right.
That looks good, bub. And I do want to talk a little bit about scale and proportion in this lesson.
The finger just came
We
off.
have a severed finger. So if you notice before you start drawing, okay, her shoulders are farther out than her head. A lot of times I see students draw little tiny shoulders like this.
What?
And it's a common thing. I used to do it as a kid too. But actually, your shoulders come out. Here's her head. Her shoulders are way out here. So you might want to just kind of map out a little bit. You can kind of put your pencil down like that. Maybe kind of map out a little bit. This is just going to teach you a little bit about proportion, how big your body is in comparison. So I just made some little dots here.
Somebody stole my pencil.
Where is your pencil? Everybody freak out! Freak out!
That's mine.
Okay, and now you can draw your her body however you want and your details, okay? So we'll speed this part up. Jonah, you got a plan for yours over there?
Yep.
What's going on with yours?
I'm doing like an animatronic.
All right, he's got some kind of claw on
I'm
there.
gonna try to make her Chica, but it's gonna be
like
hard to make that.
And Mary's just getting started. Can I got you
I'm gonna try to make her Chica. I'm gonna try to make her Chica.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, so I'm gonna think about it for a minute. Alright, so I've got my Mona Lisa drawn here. She is kind of a version of me. Peace, love, and tacos, right? Mm-hmm. I love tacos. So she's got her tacos there, and she's on the beach because, I mean, that's the only place I really always wish I was, is on the beach. I'm going to show you the kids here. Bubba has a really scary, can you see it? Really scary looking one. Yeah, she's creepy. I love it. Very creative. He's using markers. I suggest colored pencils so you can get some details, but Bubby loves the markers. So, and Mary, can you see it good on there, Mary?
Yeah. Alright, Mary gave us markers.
She's doing a cowgirl Mona Lisa. I love it. Look at the horse, and I love her hair.
I love them.
Very cool. And Bubba's arm. And Jonah is doing, can we see it for a second? Move your hand. That is awesome. Tell us what's going on with your parody here of Mona Lisa.
It's a robot.
I have no idea what that means, but she looks like she's got like some gears on her and some flames, and she looks kind of robotic.
It's a robot.
Yeah.
It's a robot.
Cool. I like the colors you're using too. Alright, so we're going to fast forward this part. I'm going to start coloring in my Peace, Love, and Taco Mona Lisa on the beach. fun with my Peace, Love, and Tacos Mona Lisa. She's kind of a version of me. I really like Peace, Love, and Tacos, and the beach. I'm going to bring the kids in so that you can see theirs, and I am really excited to see yours. So please, please, please send me, email me, send via Remind, have your parents take a picture, or you can take a picture on your phone and send me your artwork, and we will shout you out in the next video. I want to see these Mona Lisa parodies. I know you guys are so creative. You're going to come up with some really cool, crazy stuff. All right, let me grab the kids. Jonah, show me what you did.
This is Robo Mona Lisa.
Robo Mona Lisa.
It turns out that Mona Lisa's brain and her head was saved in salt. And they put it in a jar and made it alive again.
Cool.
So now it's in this, and it has a claw arm. It has an Illuminati sign here. It's Illuminati's, and it has the hands. And it's against the water. Here we have the Illuminati tree because it's kind of triangle, triangle, triangle. We have a rocket booster with the cool blended colors and that.
Awesome. So creative. It's totally what I would expect from Jonah. Love it. All right.
I want to fully color it in.
And Miss Mary Jenna.
I did a cowgirl one.
Cute.
And this is her horse.
Hold her still so we can see it. Oh, that is adorable. And the horseshoe on her shirt and the horse sitting on the horse. Cute.
The bandana.
And the bandana. I love it. Nice job coloring in too. And Baba, you're going to scare everybody. Whoa. Look at her. Scary. Wow. Tell me about it, Baba.
This is the face. I didn't work on it that much.
Well, I think you did quite a bit of... She's got some horns up there.
Yeah, I got some horns. This one is cracked.
Oh, it's cracked.
I have a cave over here. I was planning on making this a tail, but then it started to look like a cave, so I'm like, why not make this a cave? And that's another monster over there. And then these are just...
Very cool. And you did that. You love purple. All right, and I just want to kind of point out a couple things you might want to try in yours. I always use 2 colors of colored pencil. So really cool. When I am doing the background here, I did 3 different types of orange: red orange, orange, and yellow orange. So my yellow orange has some yellow in it, and my red orange has some red in it. But I always overlap 2 colors, even with my blues and greens, even with her hair. I did a couple different shades of brown and gold in there, and in the taco shells. I also did a little bit of shading. If you look next to her arm and by the tacos, I did a little bit of shadow on the table, and I mixed some different colors to make it look like wood. So try experimenting, overlapping different colors when you color yours. And you guys want to come over and say goodbye? All right, and we will see you next time on the Upside Down Art Studio. Bye, guys.
Bye. Love, love.